going live right now.
Good morning, y'all. All right, you guys, good morning. It's kind of weird because I can't see myself, so I hope you guys can see me. Let me check my camera because my phone is kind of damaged at the top, guys, and I just haven't had the time to go and get a new phone. So I apologize. 1 second. This way, okay. You guys can see me this way still, right? This is just a better angle for me. Okay. All righty, guys. Good morning. I'm really excited today because we're going to be doing one of my favorite dishes for breakfast. Oh, God. That's a break my neck. Hold on, y'all. Make sure I put.
Max, it's just your picture that's up right now. You're muted, Max. We can't hear you, Max. Your camera's on mute.
Okay. Sorry, guys. So today we're making shrimp and grits. I was just saying it's one of my favorite brunch meals. I make it a lot with my family, especially when we're like waking up late on a Sunday from doing something Saturday, and we kind of like are in between breakfast time and lunchtime. It's really, really filling and to get you to dinner time. Okay, so let's go over the ingredients that we're going to be using today. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen some grits before. If you haven't, they've been using a lot of movies. They're not throw, but it's cornmeal, white cornmeal. It's really, really good. People like it with sugar or they like it with butter or with salt. But we're gonna make them today with a little bit of cheese if you guys would like. If not, you don't have to add cheese. I've recently just learned a better method in making these grits from my aunt. She does part milk and part water, and it does make them a little bit more creamier and fluffier. So we're gonna do that recipe today, as well as some butter in there because the butter just kind of flavors it up and a dash of salt. So anywho, let's go over the rest of our ingredients for our meal. We're gonna be using not this whole bell pepper. We're gonna be using a quarter of it, a quarter of a green bell pepper as well. We should have 2 garlic cloves at your station, super important. And then I was kind of disappointed today because we went to the store to just get a couple of last minute items. And I always use fresh thyme when I'm cooking any type of like seafood dish, but they didn't have any fresh thyme today. So you guys do see a 2-ounce container with some dry thyme in there. So definitely if you're making this dish again at home, please substitute for fresh thyme. It does bring the seafood taste out a little bit more versus doing it with the dry thyme, okay? Thyme is they look like the flakes, little leaves. They're inside your 2-ounce container. Okay, so let's go over the rest of our spices since we're right there. Well, let's finish our vegetables. So you guys got an onion. You're gonna be using a quarter of this. Also, you're gonna be using your garlic clove, like I said. And then for your dry seasoning, you have a container that has a tablespoon of your Cajun seasoning, as well as 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and half a teaspoon of pepper. Okay, so that's gonna be like our seasoning for our shrimp, as well as our paprika, which is gonna give us a nice color of red. And then I have 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon, because we're gonna be adding this just to give us a little bit more flavor. And we're gonna be adding a little bit of water to cook it down and reduce it, okay? Another thing that you guys will be learning how to make today, which is really important in Southern food, is making a roux, okay? So this recipe calls for a dark roux. There's 3 different roux. They have blonde, you have your brown, and then you have your blonde. Your blonde roux is probably made for mostly like your light sauces, where you need to have a thickener. And then when you're making gumbo or you're making gravy or dark dishes like that, you're gonna use a brown or dark roux. So the key ingredient to roux is 2 parts of your fat, which is our butter, to 2 parts of our flour, okay? Those 2 things are gonna cook together, and you're gonna consistently be, stirring it in the pot to make sure you're getting the color that you want for your dish, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is start boiling some water for our grits. So you have a measuring cup in front of you, and let's just go over the recipe, okay? Because when it comes to like rice dishes, grits, or anything like that, I know people think like I'm gonna put a little water there, put a little grit there, little rice, no. With overcooked or undercooked. So when it comes to stuff like this, I like to read the recipe and just make sure we're doing the correct portion of water to grit. So you guys have a quarter cup measuring cup in front of you. It's your solid measuring cup. Paulette probably is having you guys pass them around because you may not have a lot of them, but you're going to be measuring out 1/4 cup of grit, and then you're going to put it into your 8-ounce container in front of you. Oh, she already measured it out for you guys. Perfect. Okay, grit. I will measure me out some too as well. So it's going to be a 1/4 cup of the grits to, let's just double check, 1 cup of water. Okay. So go ahead and go to the sink, measure out 1 cup of water. Go ahead and drop that into your, actually, we're gonna do half a cup of water to half a cup of milk, okay? Almost forgot. Okay. So if you're following at home and you make your grits any type of way, that's fine. Don't fix what's not broken. My mama will probably tell me to shut up. I'm not gonna make my grits, you can eat them, and then it's gonna be all right. But I'm gonna measure me out a 1/4 cup as well. I'll walk around for you guys. Yes, I can't see you. One cup of water. Yes, half a cup of water. Excuse me, half a cup of water to 1 cup and half a cup of milk. Yes. And that's gonna go straight into your pot, all right? Yes. So half a cup is 4 ounces, and then Kelly has the whole milk, so go ahead and give you guys some of that. Yes. All right, so I have my half a cup of water. So we definitely want to keep an eye on our milk and water mixture. We don't want it to get to a complete boil. And
It's muted, Max. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so we just finished measuring out the milk and the water mixture. Half a cup of water, half a cup of milk. I'm gonna put that, let's not overboil that, guys. We don't want it to scorch. And when we don't want to evaporate most of the liquid because we need that to cook the grits. So we're gonna get that to a boil, put it between 2 and 3 for right now because we're gonna be doing some other things. And just be mindful that it's on, okay?
Oh, wait, that's your name was for. Whatever, yes. Did you know Michelle was that girl? Like, I did not want her door.
All right, guys, so right now, since we finished our mixture, let that get to a boil, we're gonna move on to chopping down our vegetables, but first, I want you guys to look at these nice shrimp, okay? These are what you call, these were 3120 count, okay? So these are more your jumbo shrimp, okay? So I did not know how to interpret what that meant before culinary school. So if you go to a grocery store and you're like, what's 1620? What's 3140? What's 5160? It's the amount of shrimp that you will receive per pound, okay? That's good to know. Just, you know, so if you're ever cooking something and you're thinking like, okay, I need about 70 shrimp, so you're probably gonna need 2 pounds of 3160 count, okay? Just to give you guys some knowledge on that. All right, so any blues. We're gonna use a quarter of our bell pepper. We're about to get to chopping, y'all. It's very important. Now, we do have this new dicer in the kitchen, but this is for commercial use only. It's just, we wanna make sure that we're cutting our vegetable down. You know, I know you guys have been listening to me for a while now, so you guys know what kind of cut that we're looking for, because this is all in good practice. And I'm here to just show you guys new techniques and how to cook from home. So, yeah, no problem. But I want to make sure you guys are putting into play what we are talking about, you know, on a weekly basis. So when we're cutting down our vegetables, let's try to use the same shape all the way through. So it's like nice and perpendicular, and presentation is like, okay. All right. So I'm gonna cut off the quarter of my bill. And I kind of measure them like it's 4 sides, right? So you just like cut off one of those sides. Perfect. Now everybody gets shaped a little bit different. And then let's try to share. So since you're cutting off a quarter over there, let's pass that along. Or not. Cool. That's already did it. Oh shoot. All right, guys. The flour just tip over. Okay.
Big, nice, big, nice.
So I'm gonna do the same thing with my green bell. Cut a quarter off. Put it to the side. Same thing with my onion. You're gonna cut a quarter. Now the only thing you're gonna use all of is the garlic. You can never get enough garlic, right? You guys know I love it. We'll cut the butts off. Start back to the side.
We cut our onion down.
Yes, you do. Sorry. So you're gonna take a quarter of that. Now, you can split the onion if you want with Victor. Then Victor, Kelly, you can give Victor the other half of yours or whatever you guys do. But don't forget that.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you my. So I'm gonna start by chopping down my vegetables. Let me move this so you guys can see.
She's gonna give me the.
Yeah. All right. So when it comes to our onion, you guys should be comfortable enough. You guys may need another bowl. You can get one out of that cabinet. I'm gonna grab you one really quickly. And then I want everybody to have a sheet tray.
Should I pull this off and get kind of hot?
Yeah, okay, so if you already see some steam coming from your grit water milk, let's go ahead and put in our quarter cup of grits, and we're gonna be stirring constantly. Okay, so yours is on kind of high. You may have to add a little bit more liquid later. And like I said, if you like your grits a little bit more creamier than most, you may be able to add a little bit more milk. A spoon?
Yeah.
Go ahead and take that one right there. Yes. So I'm going in with my mixture, and I'm gonna start stirring constantly. Okay, guys? Okay, so drop your feet down between 2 and low or on 2. And just be mindful that your grits are in here while we start chopping up our veggies, all right? All right. Gonna follow it like smell around for y'all, all right? So I'm gonna start by dicing down my onion. And we want to do this brunoise, meaning the 1/8 of an inch of 1/8 inch of a dice. We're gonna cut horizontally, all the way up. And so, guys, as far as measurement goes, I would put equivalent to about 1.5 ounces of onion. So that would be about 3/4 of the way up on your little black cup, okay? So I have some additional black cups if you guys would like them. For measurement, this is 2 ounces, okay? This is 2 ounce measurement. Okay. Perfect. I have a little bit more. So put it to the side. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and dice up my bell pepper. I'm gonna cut this into fajita strips first, just to make it a little easier to work with. All right, Zaidi. All right, stack that to the side. Let's do the next. Excuse me. Let's do the same thing with our green one. And you guys, like I said, let's make sure we get these cuts as perpendicular as possible. All because of presentation and the way that you're cooking it, you want them to all cook about the same time, same tenderness. Okay, so it should look like this, guys. And then once you're finished cutting all of those into strips, whatever amount that you're comfortable with gathering, you can gather them together and go ahead and do your dice, all right? I gave you guys another bowl. You guys don't have to get one out the back cabinet, and then go ahead and place your vegetables into there. And then we can go ahead and measure out 4 ounces of your bell peppers using your black cup for your portion, okay? If you want to use more, that's fine. I'm just trying to want veggies.
No, I don't know. Oh. So we dice it into cubes.
Correct. Well, I don't want to say cube, because the cube is larger than a dice. So we're gonna dice it down to a dice. You guys still be mindful of your grits. Once your grits start to cook and you start to see them thicken, we'll go ahead and add in some of our salt and our butter. These are looking really nice and creamy. And like I said, you guys would like to add any sharp cheddar cheese. We have that available, like a little cheese with your grits. But now let's get to making our sauce. All right. So this is kind of made in steps. You guys can see that I gave you a sheet tray. We're gonna cook our shrimp halfway. Okay. We don't want to cook the shrimp all the way through because we're gonna place them back into the pan and it's gonna cook down with our squat. We're like this squat. All right. So we're like really running low on tongs around here. So I have some right here. Okay. I just want everybody comfortable and share with a partner if so if need be. You're gonna need a whisk. Well, you can use your spoon. A whisk may not be appropriate because you're gonna have the bell peppers when they get stuck. So here's some tongs. Kelly, can you put one of those others on 400 for our ATAON? All right, guys. So got to start making these shrimp. Okay. So yeah. Now this nice little personal portion. Okay, but nevertheless, everybody's in a nice portion of jumbo shrimp. Okay? Now, you guys have this garlic here. Let's not forget about our garlic. Garlic is so important. It's like more important than shrimp. Almost. So we're gonna mix this garlic all the way down. You know, now if you like chunks of garlic, so what? Not for this dish. I want you guys to practice your knife skills. People measure your cooking by your skills, your knife skills. They want to see how nice it is. It's like, you know, right. People eat with their eyes first. Always eat with your eyes. I don't care who you are, where you live, what restaurant you go to. You're gonna look at it first and be like, ooh, that looks really good. Or you're gonna be like, ooh, that looks really bad. Okay? So my grits are pretty, y'all. So I have some butter. Nice cut, Kelly. Okay, Kelly. Kelly's got some really nice cuts here, guys. She's doing a great job. Paulette's gonna give you guys the butter. You guys can take an additional tablespoon of butter for your grits. The other butter that's measured out is for our roux food. Okay. So we're gonna place all of our vegetables, including our garlic, inside our little pan. We're gonna reserve them to the side. Now, I'm gonna turn my grits down, almost all the way off, okay? There's one thing in cooking, it's called carry over heat. Okay? Carry over heat is very important. This is where I'm gonna add my butter with y'all. Now, if you would like any cheese at this point, you can definitely get some. I will have it out of that. And then the salt is here for dash of salt, not too much. Okay, guys? Yes, sir. Now, I don't want us to put a lot of salt into our grits because it's going over a bed of gravy, right? Because we're gonna be making the shrimp and grits. So you don't need to add too much. These grits are like perfect. I'll show y'all that. The consistency I'm looking for my grits. I like them thick, but then I like them to feel like, you know, come on. Yes. Nice. Okay? All right. So, in order to keep our grits nice and warm and still at that consistency, please use your lid. All right? Use the lid. Once you cut off your heat, if you're adding any cheese, you can do so after we do our our shrimp. Okay? So you also have a skillet on the side of you. We're gonna go ahead and put our blowers on too, and then we're gonna turn our stove on, and we're gonna put this on the sweet 5 and 6. We want this hot.
I don't even want to listen around no more. I play gospel all day.
I know, sad. Now you have some parsley while your skillet is heating up. We can go ahead and chop our parsley and put it over to the side. This is gonna be some of our garnish.
Are we pouring oil in our thing?
Yes, I have some oil that's gonna be circulating. I want you guys to cover your pan, okay? And what I mean by that, you don't want too much oil because this dish is getting a roux, and that's already gonna be butter based.
Right, just have all of it.
Just use a little bit of that. It's just for garnish. So, you guys all have oil already. Paulette, lift y'all up. Got the oil. So, I'm gonna chop down my parsley. My pan is still heating up. We want to sear our shrimp on both sides. We are not overcooking the shrimp. Okay. So I'm just doing a little bit of burn. Not too much. Need your oil? Do you want to put the oil on the shrimp or in the pan? So, our next step, you have your shrimp.
Hey, come on, y'all hope you get caught up.
Oh, okay. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
All right, guys, so now we're going to season up our shrimp. Like I said earlier, you have paprika, we're in with the paprika. Now, if you're at home, do not miss this important step. You guys, please dry your shrimp off. Yes, you have a question, Jason? Yes, you gotta start by seasoning your shrimp with your paprika first. You'll see the paprika. Your shrimp is already dry. Kelly took the liberty in doing that for you guys already. But I'm just telling you at home, because we have some versatile watchers, please make sure that you dry your shrimp off. It's very important for the cooking process, as well as it being seasoned, okay? So now we're gonna go in with our mixture of Cajun pepper and garlic powder. Okay, and then we want to make sure that we season very well. Now, you guys know I don't always cook with salt like that, so if you would like to add a dash of salt, you are more than welcome. It is over to your right hand side. Yes, ma'am, I'll put the paprika. It's no specific order. We just want to make sure we're only using the paprika, Cajun garlic powder, and pepper mixture, because we're reserving the yellow powder is our bouillon, okay? The Cajun has your, it's a red seasoning with white powder as well and black pepper. You see it?
Oh, yeah.
Bam, that's for your shrimp. So go ahead and season it with your hands. You come over here and rinse your hands off and give them a good wash. But you want to make sure that your shrimp is thoroughly seasoned. Okay? If you get a nice color on them. Yes. Wow. Okay. So that's our shrimp. Now, my pan is just about to the correct temperature that I need to sear. Now, don't be afraid of your pan. Your pan is your friend. Oh, you like that? Yeah, I like that. Your pan is your friend. Okay, make sure you guys have your blowers on, please. I'm saying that in my night. Okay, hold on. I always have over here. Okay, let me give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna set a blowers on here because mine is not coming on and it's oh, that is your part. All right, I'm going to open these up. I will come in behind you. Yes, now please be mindful of your ratio of shrimp to vegetables. You guys measure out because three is absolute. Don't do all of that, okay? That's too much fish, okay? Oh, don't mind it. Okay, guys, I'll blow it out. My pan is hot. Okay, so don't be afraid of the oil. I want you guys to gently put your shrimp down. We're gonna be searing this. Is everybody at that step?
Yeah.
Great. So when you sear your shrimp, you should be hearing this. Like I said, you're not cooking the shrimp all the way through. I'm gonna give them 1 minute on the front side, 1 minute on the back. We're looking for a nice firmly crust. Yes, so you want to have this on the side. Awesome. You're getting a little bit more to keep on turning. Whenever you're seeing something, you want to make sure you feel behind you. Get out a little more. Get all of the pan up. And then once you start seeing that heat, you're going to drop it down. Oh, right here. middle is gonna be still raw, but it's gonna cook once we start making our squash. Okay? Because everybody will walk. Yes.
Well, on a date, y'all taking me out. Thank you.
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove my stick. Right? This is what we're looking for. Yeah, you don't want it all the way cooked. We just want to make sure that both sides are seared. Now, if you're making this at home, you don't have to do the recipe with tail on. I just like tail on with the section. So if you want to take the tail on to make it easier for you to eat, if you little people, go ahead and do so. So put it over to the side.
Okay, so
Okay, so our next step, guys,
yeah.
we're gonna be adding in our vegetables and we're gonna saute them, okay? Importante. Very important that we get a nice even sear on the veggies, because we're also gonna be removing them, push them back with the shrimp. Now, I know it's a lot of steps to this, but it's very important. Or if you look at that back, go ahead and drop your shrimp, Jason. Perfect. Go ahead and lay them all down. We're gonna cook them for 1 minute on each side, okay? All right, guys. So grab on. I'm gonna hit it with a little more oil. If you need to hit it with a tad bit more oil to get a consistent saute, you use salt. You don't want to overcook your shrimp, okay, guys? So it's important that we follow that step. Now, once you start searing your veggies, you want to make sure that you're scraping the bottom of your pan. All of that stuff at the bottom is called stuff, okay? Or soup, S-U-C. Not yet, no. Correct. So you're gonna sear that, and then it'll flip. So we're sauteing our vegetables. We want to make sure that we're getting our vegetables out inside, okay? All right, guys. So once I'm midway done on my saute, I'm gonna add in my thyme. So guys, if you have fresh thyme, I would have had us break the leaves off and mix that down and add it to our vegetable mix. But since we're working with dry thyme, we don't want to get all of the aromatics out of it, so we're gonna add it midway, okay? I'm adding my down. Thyme is really important when you're making anything with shrimp. You're making a stock or a sauce. It's really, really flavorful, okay? Don't add all of those vegetables Just butter for the roux, right? Yes, okay, so we're gonna, it's stopped down my blood. Like my flour fell out over your nose, and we're gonna look at it out the flour and add that. Oh, that's good. Oh, this is all for your roux. This right here. Your butter, your flour, and your next, are you just frying? Yeah, with your roux, or is it with the vegetables? All right, guys. So my butter is melted down. I got my seasoning. Your roux is gonna be very loose, but that's the exactly we want to make sure that we're controlling the shape of the brownie. So it's gonna start off this blonde color, and then we're gonna take it until it turns the color we need, which is brown. Okay. Okay, so your shrimp is really all right, guys. So I for my break. Are you okay? Yes, I think oh, they don't even just oh, with brick. Oh, they thicker and it's like a sitting. Okay, so next, after we're done sauteing our veggies, we're gonna start our roux, right, Meg? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we're gonna put our flour down. Yes. Put the flour down. Bigger butter. Very nice one. The key to your roux, you don't want to burn. I'm looking for a nice peanut butter brown color, so it's not there yet. Right here. You stir it, you don't want it to burn. Almost there, guys. It's really important that we get to the right color for our roux. It makes the dish and it gives it the body and color. Okay?
Okay, I think this is done.
Can we add a little bit more flour to the roux?
Max, we can't see.
Sorry, guys. No, I think cook a little more. So you guys gotta be patient with the roux. We have the air on it here, so it's kind of blowing a little bit of pilot, but you want to make sure the roux is the right color. Nice peanut butter color. So really, and mixer. All right. So once your roux is complete, you're going to add in your chicken bouillon. And you're also going to add in about a cup of water. Okay? A cup of water. And you're going to whisk it very, very quickly. Okay? You have to whisk it very quickly because your flour is ready to, okay? Take a record of this. Okay, you guys, so once you finish, and you have a nice gravy, you're gonna add in everything, all right, back in. Yeah. I would do like, okay, guys, so you're gonna add that back in. Lower your fire. Get my husband more time. I like little more time. For minutes to make sure the inside of the shrimp is want to have a nice break. That your first a little bit, you can get it with the water to build them. So I'm gonna make sure, okay. Yes, let me get you some. I'm getting ready to play.
Thank you for liking the table. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, on both sides. Okay.
And then we just want to make sure we taste our salt. Okay, you can cut that off. So you guys want to make sure you have a tasting spoon in the back. So go ahead and taste the salt intake. Make sure you guys right. You have to take a sweet one. The more salt is perfect. I would say, let's take that off. guys. So I just plated my bread. They should come out nice and creamy like so. Brown and top it with my gravy. So all gravy should be at an nappe, which means it's fresh and cold the back of the stove. Okay, guys. So this should be your consistency right here. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll get it out. So that is our short grits. There you go. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Please let me know if there's any people allergies I should be aware of for tomorrow's delivery. And thank you guys so much.